In studio with me, I've got the April winner of the ESPNHawaii.com and Hilton Waikoloa Village Coach of the Month. That is Dustin Bauer of Makua Lani Christian School, the baseball coach, which is why he was selected, but is also the athletic director of the program. And Dustin, first off, thanks so much for coming down to our studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's good to see you. And first off, let's start with the background. Okay, what got you into coaching?
I've always played baseball since I was a little kid, since I could walk, and I got to actually started when I was about 16, 17 years old, coaching the Babe Ruth team back in Idaho, and
16, 17
16,
years old,
17,
really?
yeah.
Was that legal at the time?
I don't know, but I did it.
Okay, because I know some leagues have rules, that's why I figured I'd ask. So 16, 17 years old, you got started there, continue onward from there.
Yeah, I ended up playing through high school ball, and then played in college, and ended up doing kind of a player coach type thing in college, and then I got my teaching job, and there wasn't a baseball team when I first started there, and I decided, hey, if I'm here, I might as well start a baseball team. So I got a baseball team started about 3 years ago.
Now, what college were you at?
I played at a couple different colleges. I played at a little college called Barkley College in Haviland, Kansas, and also played at Friends University in Wichita.
Okay, and so they did the player coach thing there.
So yeah, it was a very small school.
Okay. So in a head coach kind of way, or assistant coach, or
just assistant?
Oh, just assistant. Okay. And how weird is that? I mean, you're at a small college, but you've got a bunch of peers around you, and yet you're not just playing with them, but you're also on the coaching staff. How different is that? How hard is that to juggle?
It's not too bad because I'm on the field anyway, so it's kind of easy. I was pretty much my senior year in college, my junior year in college, and that's it was okay. And most of the guys kind of knew me already and knew that how I played and how I taught.
So let's talk about coming here. You started the program 3 years ago at Makua Lani, and what were some of the challenges you first faced trying to start this program?
Well, just getting people to play. I had basically one guy that was, when he was in 8th grade, that was Clifford Hawkins. When he was in 8th grade, he just said, hey, let's start a baseball team next year. I said, okay, let's do it. So, I finally got sign-ups. I think we had like 10 guys or 11 guys sign up, and they said, let's do it. So we did it. We went defeated that year and had some really bad losses, but, we had to start somewhere. And from there, we just started to get a couple more baseball players, a little more experience, and hopefully in the next couple of years we'll keep getting some more players and getting better.
So you started kind of small, and coming to this year, this is actually the biggest attendance for your program that you had this year, right?
Oh, by far, yeah.
How much did you have?
Initially we had 19 sign up, ended up having about 17 or 18 plays.
Which is still pretty healthy.
Yeah.
And where did a lot of the word of mouth for the program come from? Was it a lot of you going around and trying to recruit people, or did some of the players do that themselves?
Initially it was me going around just begging people, and then finally, like this year, we had a bunch of guys that were kind of returning from a couple of years ago that had a lot of fun, and they said, hey, let's go play, and that's how we got most of our guys to come out this year.
Dustin Bauer is our April Coach of the Month with the Hilton Waikoloa Village at ESPNHawaii.com. Dustin, let's get to the teaching side and the athletic director standpoint, because you hold a lot of hats there.
Yeah.
I was surprised to find out that you're not just coach and you're not just the athletic director, but you're teaching classes too. How strong of a schedule is your teaching regimen there?
I'm pretty much a full-time teacher. I have the first 2 periods off in the morning to do my prep time and my AD stuff, and then the next 4 classes I have are classes. So I teach a couple U.S. histories and an algebra class, and then a biblical leadership class as well.
So you're actually a multifaceted teacher.
Yeah.
You don't hear that very often. But at the same point, I mean, you have a couple class periods off. That's still got to be difficult, because being an athletic director, no matter how many athletics teams that you field, you still have a lot of legwork to do as far as getting transportation and etc.
Yeah, I have to squeeze a lot of things in between my classes too. I try to do as much as I can in the morning, but I can't really get started on a big project without being able to finish it. So a lot of times just responding to emails and stuff, I just try to squeeze them in when I can and get done what I can and what time I have. So.
How often do you need to get one of those substitute teachers to fill in for you?
Well, this year it's been quite a bit more, because we had a lot of games this year during the weekdays. So we have a couple subs that are constant with us, and of course I have to take days off for the athletic directors meetings and then the games and whatever else needed.
You're the only athletic director I know that not just has coaching duties, but AD duties and teaching duties, as far as I understand. I don't know if you know anybody here on the island that does that, but you're the only one that I know of. On the athletic director side, you've got, we were saying now, it's 7 different teams that you're fielding, right?
Yeah, we try to field 7. I think this year we ended up only fielding 6
Okay.
With track and field, but we try to field 7 every year.
And what sports are the 6 outside of the track and field you try?
This last year we had, in the fall we had cross country, which we had, with the school of about 90 kids, we ended up having about 40 some kids come out with boys and girls. In the wintertime we did paddling and boys and girls soccer, and then in the springtime we offer golf, tennis, baseball, and track and field.
Are there any sports that, at times, people come to you and they say, hey, we want to do this, that unfortunately you haven't been able to field yet?
Yeah, all the time. I got people that want to do, funny enough, I had people that want to do ping pong, I got kids that sign up that want to do all these crazy kind of things, and they wanted to, volleyball is always a big one that they want to try, and then basketball as well. But trying to find facilities is just very difficult, and also just finding enough kids during those seasons.
Yeah, let's talk about the facilities. Dustin Bauer is our April Coach of the Month with Hilton Waikoloa Village and ESPNHawaii.com. Facilities is the challenge because, as I know it, you don't have any places on your campus that you can practice any of your sports, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So where are you having your practices held?
Well, we get a lot of help with the community and Parks and Rec. We do most of our cross country practices we do on golf courses. Makua golf course we use a lot, and we use Kailua-Kona Road a lot as well.
Where exactly on the golf course would you hold a cross country practice?
Well,
on the greens or the driving range, or are you doing it on the 18th tee?
We do it on I believe they do it on the first and second holes.
Wow.
It's pretty hilly, so it's a lot of a lot of hard work on those hills. But with soccer, we use a lot of Parks and Rec down at Old Airport. Baseball, we use Old Airport, and then golf, we use Kona Country Club, and with tennis, we use Island Slice out the Outrigger.
Of course, paddling. When you do have paddling, I think you just go to the pier, right?
Yeah, they've been using Tuatonga, which they've been a great support of the school too.
And you gotten some help over the last year or so with you've been at the Old A's, but yet Keala was using Old A's before. Now they've got their own field. Kona Waina's got their own field, so you don't necessarily have to fight with anybody over that now.
No, not really. We pretty much have the field all the way through the season. Maybe about 3/4 of the way through the season, the Little League comes in and we work something out with practices and games, and it's usually not a big deal. But yeah, the Parks and Rec have been a great help for us to basically make that our home field.
Yeah, how much does that take out of your budget? Because you have to reserve the field, and how much does that take out of you?
Well, luckily I don't have to deal with budget too much, so I don't really get to see the numbers that much. And
you're a lucky guy. A lot of people are envious of that.
Pretty much, they don't charge a whole lot. They're really reasonable to help us out. We are a small school, small budget type thing, and whatever they do to help, pretty much is, we put a deposit down, and they just transfer that over from soccer to the baseball, then back to soccer when we need to. So
wow, that's for a small school. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Goals as an athletic director. In a second, as a baseball coach, the goals that you set for your team, what is that?
For the future here.
Yeah.
I want to keep the fire going. We had such a great year this year. Getting quite way more wins than we've had in the past 2 seasons, and actually making a state tournament. And I just want to keep people excited about baseball. I don't want it to be one of those seasons where everybody kind of graduates, because I am graduating 6 kids. But one of those years where the next year we barely have enough for a team. I would love to build a pretty decent program.
And on the athletic director's side, goals for the future?
Getting facilities would be amazing. I know we've got some land that was donated to us, and so we're just we've been blessed with that, and just trying to get the soccer field started, or any kind of field started over there for the future. And building programs is what we want to do. We want to continue to try to offer more sports, and it just depends on our numbers and how we're looking at with kids.
Last thing I want to mention to you, of course, the baseball team just went to the state tournament. Good to see you guys up there at Hans Orange Field in May. Talk about how that experience was.
Oh, that was amazing, especially for me. That was my first state tournament as a coach. When I was in high school, I've been to 3 or 4 of them, and we always had pretty good programs. But as a coach, it's a different side, and it was really cool to see how excited the kids were. These were kids, that weren't baseball players; they were soccer players, and when we took them to Westmore Commie Park, that got them a little bit excited to see a baseball field like that, and to see some good D1 baseball when we were on our off times.
Dustin, on behalf of Hilton Waikoloa Village and of course ESPNHawaii.com and all of our voters, congratulations
Thank you.
for being our April Coach of the Month. Enjoy the overnight stay, by the way, at the Hilton Waikoloa Village.